Good morning, guys. This is Titans Fury. Welcome back to the channel, and I hope you enjoyed the first video. But before you look at this and think, why in the world is he uploading an airburst heavy video with his second video of all time? There's a purpose behind this, and so if you'll bear with me for just a minute, I will be happy to explain to you that purpose. I wanted to share with you guys in this video my story about how I got to this point in gaming, how I became a Battlefield heavy player. In fact, at this point, until Destiny will release, Battlefield will be uh, mainly the only game I play, and especially the only shooting game I play. I love it, and that's where I spend most of my gaming time. I started off years and years ago with shooting games on Nintendo 64 with a game called GoldenEye 007. And if you remember GoldenEye, then you'll appreciate that statement because I believe GoldenEye to this day to be the greatest first-person shooter of all time. I believe it laid the foundation for first-person shooters. After that, I don't believe there was anything like that before it, with its graphics and its gameplay and the way it moved and worked, and I fell in love with it. I went from GoldenEye to what I believe was on the GameCube, was Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six. I forget the system, but it was Rainbow Six. And the thing about Rainbow Six that drew me in was I still it to this day people scream and cry for customization on their characters. Well, that game had it. I mean, that game had unbelievable character customization, and I loved it. It felt a lot like first-person shooters today feel, and I absolutely fell in love with that game. I played it really for one straight year, more than anything else. And then after that is when everything sort of changed. I went from Rainbow Six and got my hands on Call of Duty Modern Warfare, and that is where I spent all of my gaming until this point. Was in the Call of Duty series. I've taken breaks in between that point and now. Especially when Black Ops 2 came out, I wasn't so much into that. In fact, I didn't play Black Ops 2 at all. I just sort of took a massive break and went into computer gaming and where I enjoyed most of my time. And then something happened. And that's the reason I'm showing the Airburst clip. I got the new console. I told my buddies, you know what, I'm going to start playing shooting games again. And they said, man, you got to play Battlefield. You're going to love it. And the very first time that I spawned in to Operation Locker, I was hooked. And it may not be your favorite map now, and it may be annoying to you now, and getting airbursted down may be frustrating to you. I don't know that when this game ends, anybody's going to look at Operation Locker and think about an airburst and how people used it on this map and say that this was one of the greatest maps in multiplayer shooting gaming history, but I do at this point, because I'll never forget playing Battlefield and going, you know what, this really is a good game. That this is fun. It feels a lot like Call of Duty has felt to me in the past, and I really, really enjoy this. And then that's where I was. I enjoyed it. But when I played the first time in Operation Locker, I remember sitting back and thinking, oh my gosh, I have never felt or been involved in a gaming experience where there was so much action taking place at one time. I mean, it was things exploding around you and people running through, the holes in the wall, and then you're shooting them down with grenades and airburst, and I absolutely fell in love with it. When I ended the first time I ever played Operation Locker, I remember thinking to myself, that is the best shooting game experience I've ever had. This game is not going to go down as the greatest Battlefield ever. It's not going to go down as the greatest shooting game ever, not in my book. But that game, that specific map, that specific experience will go down as the one that drew me in to be a Battlefield player from here on out. My love for massively multiplayer online games, MMOs, are going to lead me to play Destiny when it comes out, and I believe it's going to be a game that revolutionizes sort of the modern era, especially with the new consoles. But to this point, that's the experience that I'm going to remember for years and years when it comes to gaming.